Hi everyone, welcome back. In this lecture, we'll implement create global exception handler to handle the specific exceptions as well as generic exceptions. So let us go to our project again, and here go to exceptions package. Within that, right click new and then choose Java class. Let's give class name as global exception handler. Hit enter. Next, let us go ahead and let us annotate this class with @controller advice annotation. Well, once we annotate this class with @controller advice annotation, then this class becomes a global exception handler class, and within this class we can define the specific exceptions as well as generic exceptions. So basically, instead of writing the exception handling code for each and every controller, we basically create a single class and we annotate this class with @controller advice annotation, and within this class we keep all the exception handling related code in a single place. Okay, perfect. Next, within this class, let us first handle the specific exceptions. So here let me write the comment handle specific exception. So in this case, account exception. So this account exception is a specific exception that we are going to handle over here. So here just type public and let us give return type as response entity. Response entity is a generic class. We have to pass a type. So in this case, let us pass error details as a type, and let's give method name as handle account exception, and then let us pass post parameter to this exception as a account exception. Let me maximize this. Next, let us pass web request as a second parameter to this method. Well, we'll get some request data from this object. Next, within this method, let us create an instance of error details class over here, new error details, and we can pass a data to the constructor. So first value is timestamp. For that, let's call local date time, and then it has now method. So this will basically return the current date time. Next is error message. So we can get the error message from this exception object. So here just call exception dot get message, and then third value, if you go to error details, you can see third value we can pass as a details to the constructor. So let's go back to global exception handler class, and here we can get the details from this web request. So just call web request dot get description. So instead of passing the entire description, we just need to pass the URL. For that, just pass false as a value to this get description method. Next, we need to pass the error code. So here let us give the error code as account underscore not found. Okay, perfect. Now we have created error details class with the proper error response. Next, let us have a return statement, return, and then new response entity, and then pass error details object in the body as a post parameter. Second parameter is the HTTP status. So here just call HTTP status dot not found. Perfect. Now we have created a method. Next, let us annotate this method with @exception handler annotation, and then pass the exception that we are going to handle, that is account exception. Perfect. Now we have written the exception handling logic that handles this specific exception, that is account exception. Let's go ahead and let's write the logic to handle generic exceptions. So here let me write the comment handle generic exception. Well, if we get any exceptions other from these specific exceptions in our Spring Boot application, that should be handled by using this generic exception. Okay, so here just type public and then response entity, and then pass error details as a type. Next, give method name as handle generic exception. Alright, next let us pass exception as a first argument, and then web request as a second argument. So within this method, let's create an object of error details record class over here, and then pass values to the constructor. So first value is timestamp. For that, call local datetime dot now method, and then we need to pass error message. So we can get error message from exception object. So here exception dot get message, and then we need to pass the details. So we can get the details from web request object. So web request dot get description method, and then pass false as a value to the get description method. Next we need to send the error code as well. For that, here just pass the error code internal server error. So if there are any exceptions other than the specific exceptions, we can tell the client that there is some internal server error. Next, here let us have return statement, return new response entity, and here just pass error details object in a body, and then http status dot internal server error. Okay, perfect. Next, let us annotate this method with add exception handler annotation, and then pass the generic exception, that is exception dot class. Alright, so if there are any exceptions occurred other than the specific exception, that will be handled by this generic exception logic. Okay, perfect. Next, let us go ahead and let us rerun our Spring Boot application and let us test this change. So from here, let us stop and rerun the Spring Boot application. Well, our Spring Boot application is up and running. Next, let's go to the Postman client over here, and here let us call get account by ID REST API. Well, before that, if you go to database table, and here you can see the account with ID 6 is exist in the database table, and in the Postman client we are calling the get account by ID REST API with the account ID 3. Okay, now go ahead and click on send button, and there we go. In a response, you can see the details, timestamp, the message, account does not exist, details, the URL, and the error code, account not found, and look at here the HTTP status 404 not found. This response looks good, right? So this is how we can implement the exception handling in a Spring Boot application as per our requirement. Okay, so similarly, let us test the positive scenario, that is, if the account ID is exist in database, then we should get the correct response. So here click on send button, and there we go. We got the correct response, right? Next, let us also test the deposit and withdraw REST API as well. So here click on send button, and look at here the account with ID 6 is exist in database. That's why we are getting the valid response. And if I pass the invalid account ID, that is 3, then this REST API return the error response. Okay, this response looks good. Alright, next let us test the withdraw REST API, and look at here the account with ID 3 is not exist in database. That's why we got the error response like this, and this is the correct error response as per our requirement. Next, if I pass the correct account ID in the URL, and if I click on send button, we got the success error response. Next, let us also test the delete account REST API. So here let us select HTTP delete method over here, and then pass account ID 3 in the URL. Well, the account with ID 3 is not exist in database. We should get the error response, right? So click on send button, and there we go. Next, the account ID 6 is exist in database, so this should delete the account from the database, and there we go. This is the success response. It means we have successfully implemented exception handling in our banking Spring Boot application. Alright, great.